Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Kaliente Games. In today's video, I'll be talking about the top 10 best tips to becoming a better Clash Royale player, and ways to improve yourself and get to where I'm at, which is Challengers 1 League. And I know there's a lot of people higher arenas than me, and all that, but I'll get there one day too. This is for those coming up and trying to understand the game, and if they're doing something wrong, like you're probably asking yourself, why am I not winning all my battles, or why am I not getting those 3 crown wins? Well, that's what I'm here for, so stay tuned. Also, guys, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Coming at number 10 is balance your deck. It is important to find a deck that can handle anything, so don't be scared to think outside the box and be different. For example, you don't want to have a deck that is only ground cards. That would be bad because now you're vulnerable to any type of air attacks that come your way, and it works the other way around. If you only use air troops, guess what? All the ground troops are going to be slipping right under your nose. So just find a balance that works for you between the two, and don't forget to add some spell cards in there too. It'll definitely come in handy. Tip number 9. How to pair your units. This is very crucial in every battle. You don't want to ever have any of your troops by themselves. They'll get lonely, right? So have cards that go with them. Find out combinations that work for you. For me, for example, I like to put the Golem and the Electro Wizard. For the Golem, it tanks for the Electro Wizard, and then the Electro Wizard will then in turn take care of any, like, say, Inferno Dragons or Inferno Towers that might want to try to stop my Golem. Another example would probably be like Lava Hound with the Inferno Dragon, and or minions with the Lava Hound. Things like that. You never know, but you just never want to send a troop by itself, because most likely it will get destroyed pretty fast, and that is just a waste of elixir and time. Tip number 8 is start in the back. This can be crucial at some points because we all know elixir in Clash Royale is like pure gold. We need as much of our elixir as we can get, right? So play smart. This way, even if your opponent sets a card down at the river, you're already building up elixir to defend against it, while still having your push against their tower going. They would be at the elixir disadvantage, and you'll be taking over from there. Tip number 7 is units that only attack the towers. Having a unit in your deck that's sole purpose is to go after the tower is definitely a game changer. You need a card like that. A couple examples are the Royal Giant, the Golem, and the Hog Rider. Those are some troops that go directly for the towers and buildings. So while your other troops are busy attacking your troops, they're busy at work on that tower, doing all the work for you basically. Tip number 6 is attack or wait. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could you possibly decide between waiting or attacking? Well, when you're in battle, all you see is red and to destroy your opponent. But wait, not so fast. Think about your opponent's actions first. Unless you're taking direct fire as soon as the match starts, for example, they place a Hog Rider and Goblin Barrel combo, well then yeah, unleash on them. Do whatever you gotta do to protect your tower. But if not, wait them out. Okay, because it's all about having the upper hand in Clash Royale. Outplay your opponents and learn what cards they're using first before letting them see yours. Attacking first doesn't always mean you're going to win first. But now let's say if you want to attack first because you want to see how they hold up against your push, and they don't put any cards. Well, you go ahead and put a card on the left, then put 2 more on the right, basically faking left and going right. But so you want to make a move like that, and then right after that you'll surely take them by surprise and have their tower completely crippled. Tip number 5 is apply max pressure. With this technique, the key is to never let your opponent get the upper hand on you, meaning they have more elixir than you, or have more cards down on the field than you, or even have more damage on your tower than you have on theirs, because all those are signs of weakness. In battle, they see that as a wow, okay, I'm actually beating this person, okay, so then they become even more aggressive and they try to give it their all. And at that point, you're out of elixir and outplayed. So to avoid that, you want to be putting the hurt on them and want to have them know you're not to be messed with. then that goes back to me saying that setting your troops in the back to start a push and attacking on your opponent is because of that exact reason. In the end, it will give you more elixir and the advantage with your troops still attacking their tower. So it's a win-win. Build up the troop combos and you'll have that 3 crown win in no time, my friends. Tip number 4. How to distract troops. This tip is a very important one. It can literally save a whole match for you, so pay close attention to this one. When an opponent prince, for example, is hurtling towards your tower, you want to place a low cost troop to distract it and get it in its way to prevent any damage towards your towers. So if they place it at the river, you want to place your skeletons or your goblins, whichever you prefer, in the middle of your side. This will not only distract it, but would make the prince go directly to the center and allow both your towers to lock on to the prince and then destroy it as fast as it got to your side, stopping the prince right in his tracks, thus giving you the upper hand once again. Tip number 3. Don't be greedy. Now, this is referring to, let's say you have one tower down, right? But you want to try to go for the main tower to get all 3 crowns. And there's still about, let's say, 50 seconds left. Don't be too greedy and try to go for that main tower, okay? Because there's still a lot of time for your opponent to catch up and basically take all your towers down in the process, because you're wasting a lot of elixir trying to get your troops down to their side of the tower, to the main tower, and inflict as much damage as you possibly can. Now, as good as that sounds, it's not the smart play. Unless your opponent like left the match, then go ahead, go forward, put all your troops down, and get the 3 crown win. But other than that, you always want to play it smart. Don't forget what you have learned so far. Okay, always remember, play cautiously. It's better safe than sorry, right? So take the 1 crown win if you can, just as long as it means you take the win altogether. Tip number 2. Watch the time. Now, this also applies to me, honestly, because I'm so focused and I'm so worried about, okay, what combo am I going to play next, or how am I going to defend my opponent's attack, stuff like that. And I tend to forget, okay, oh wow, yeah, there's the timer going down. He has one of my towers, I have no towers from him. What am I going to do to go ahead and get this win? Especially if you're in overtime and you have that last minute left. This is the deciding factor on who's going to take the crown, who's going to take the win for this battle. Alright, so if you have 1 minute left and you want to start from the back again, now would be the time. Only do it at that exact minute. 50 seconds minimum, okay? But other than that, you have to start in the middle, okay? Because starting in the back would no longer work for that type of technique. You want to try to get that tower as fast as possible. That is the only time you would be able to do something like that, okay? Tip number 1, Lexer Trade Off. Listen up, guys, this is one of the most important tips in this video. So with talking about Lexer Trade Off, what I mean by that is, if your opponent, I know this is a stupid example, but if your opponent puts, let's say, goblins down, you're not gonna waste a lightning on that, right? That's 3 elixir, not even, like, that's 2 elixir to 6 elixir. That's a 4 elixir disadvantage to you. Now, if they put, let's say, an executioner and electro wizard right next to their tower, boom, that's when you put your lightning. That's a very excellent elixir trade-off. You're getting way more bang for your buck. So when you talk about elixir trade-off, you just have to be aware not to be letting yourself waste too much elixir on these like stupid cards when you need to save it for the more advanced cards. Alright, guys, so there we have it. That's my top 10 tips to become a better Clash Royale player. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit that subscribe button for me. Show your support, like, and leave a comment. Kaliente Games is out. Peace.